was the thief, then that means... But if her name was... this is impossible. I don't suppose you're here to pay your respects to the Blacklight Raiders, are you? A notorious band of treasure hunters from the First Era. They went all over Morrowind, looting and pillaging, stealing our people's most sacred relics. I studied them, and tracked down a lockbox holding their greatest treasure. Because the Fool's password is a combination of letters from the Raiders' names and professions. Totally forgotten now. All 4 Raiders are buried here, but the gravestones are worn. I found a few clues. I have coin if you can figure this out. don't suppose you're here to pay your respects to the Blacklight Raiders, are you? A notorious band of treasure hunters from the First Era. Because the Fool's password is a combination of letters from the Raiders' names and professions. Totally forgotten now. All 4 Raiders are buried here, but their gravestones are worn. I found a few clues. I have coin if... It sounds archaic, but the Blacklight Raiders were well-rounded. Warrior, cleric, thief, and mage. The mage wrote a letter to one of the others telling how to open the lockbox. Between the letter and the gravestones, I hope we can solve it. Yes, that's all we have to go on. What we need to figure out is what each of the Blacklight Raiders' names was, and whether they were the fighter, the mage, the thief, or the cleric. Look at the letter. I only know so much. They started out as just a small band of adventurers from High Rock, exploring old barrows and caves, killing bandits and monsters, that sort of thing. Over time, though, they became notorious. I come from a village outside Blacklight. My grandfather always told me stories about the raiders who stole our family's heirlooms. Years later, I heard about this lockbox the raiders had left behind. I tracked it down, and it led me here.
My temper is short and my blade is long.
I'm walking in.
Hello.
I hope you're getting more insight into this than me. Every time I think I have it all sorted out, I realize something doesn't make sense. We'll see. I've got some of it pieced together. If you can fill in the gaps, I'll be impressed. All right. First, I need to know about Joelle. I know she was the warrior, but what was her last name? I hope you're getting... All right. That might make sense. If that's correct, though, what was Olivia's profession? All right. If that's true, then what was Willem's last name and profession? All right. No! Listening to the tumblers, I think we have Olivia's... All right. First, I need to know about Joelle. I know she was the warrior, but what was her last name? That might make sense. All right. If that's true, then what was Willem's last name? All right. No! Listening to the tumblers, I think we have Joelle's last name wrong. Want to try again? All right. First, I need to know about Joelle. I know she was the warrior. That might make sense. If that's correct, though. All right. If that's true, then what was Willem's last name and profession? All right. No! Listening to the... All right. First, I need to know about... That might make... All right. If that's true... All right. Let's... No!
Help me!
Can no one help me?
I hope... All right. First, I need to know about Joelle. I know she was the warrior, but what was her last name? That might make sense. If that's correct, though, what was Olivia's... I hope you're getting more in... All right. That might make sense. If that's correct, though, what was Olivia's profession? All right. If that's true, then what was Willem's last name and profession? I hope you're getting more insight into this.
You're not staring at me, are you?
Can't last much longer. I hope you're getting more... All right. First, I need to know about Joelle. I know she was the warrior, but what was her last name? That might make sense. If that's correct, though, what was... all right. If that's true, then what was Will... All right. No! Listen... First, I know about Joelle. I know she was the warrior. But what was her last name? That might make sense. If that's correct, though, what was... all right. If that's true, then what was Willem's last name and profession? All right. No! I hope you're getting more in... All right. First, I need to know about Joelle. I know she was the warrior. But what was... that might make sense. If that's correct, though, what was Olivia's profession? All right. If that's true, then what was Willem's last name and profession? All right. No! Listen... All right. First... that might make sense. If that's correct, though... all right. If that's true... All right. No! All right. First... that might make sense. All right. All right. No! Listening... All right. That might... all right. All right. No! All right. First, I need to know about Joelle. That might make sense. If that's correct, though, what was Olivia's... I hope you're... All right. First... that might make sense. If that's correct, though, what... all right. If that's true, then what was Willem's last name and profession? All right. No!
Hail.
Nothing down here's in the right place. You know what that means? It just means more dumb dung I gotta deal with before I can get out of here. Caravan contract job east of here in those old Ayleid ruins. Selosli, they call the place. Some mage out there wants an armed escort, and I'm the only one available to go. I can't stand dealing with mages, especially when it's just... By Moloch, yes. I could use a partner on this one. Like I said, the pickup's out in the Selosli ruins. Meet me out there and we'll make some coin together.
Greetings.
It is good Berah found you, comrade. The bright moons know Aleph is glad to see you again. She would trust no one else for the task before us today. The Council has spoken. Sees all colors never return to the fold after your visit to Abagarles. She has fled. She is guilty. She must be. I have an idea, but we must confer with Merrick. He's returned to the Earth Forge to finish work on the prismatic core. Aleph is ready to open a portal, take us straight to his side. Are you prepared? Seems like we were just here, yes?
By forge and fire we prep for war.
Ah, you hear Merrick there at the forge. He has already begun.
With war in our eyes, we ready to die.
This prismatic weapon could be a powerful force against Molag Bal,
With
yes?
death in hand, we bear our blades.
It is a difficult task we undertake today. To hunt a comrade.
By Stendar's blade, we will settle the score.
I'll begin the ritual.
My friends, you came just in time. I'm almost done. My work here is nearly complete, comrade. The core will soon be a weapon once again. I believe so, oh my comrade. There's really only one way to find out. You will bear it into battle. The ultimate test will come against the Mortum Vivicus itself. No doubt Aleph has already made the Council's decision. The Province Generals have condemned Colors to death. She never returned to any of her quarters. She seems to be avoiding guild members. My friend, Aleph has a plan. Everything about what she proposed sickens me, but we are desperate. She believes Jofnir can find Colors, track her somehow, that they are linked. She also thinks Colors has turned on us, that she's gone over to the Prince of Lies, that if we can find her, we'll find the Vivicus. Enough! My friend, before you speak to her, I must ask of you a question. The one bright spot in the room, the prismatic weapon. I can forge it in any form you desire. Stendar himself speaks through my craftsmanship today. What will you wield? A great sword, a long sword, a staff, or a bow? A fine choice, oh my comrade. It will be done. Speak with Aleph and I will have a gift for you shortly.
Let us summon our old friend. He will know where his murderer hides.
Damn it, cat. Can't you let an old ghost be at peace?
Not just yet, old Nord. Aleph has one more question for you. Where is Caesar Colors? Where does she hide?
You know I cannot tell you. He holds me bound.
Tell Aleph, or she will show you what it means to be bound.
She sought out the Mortum Vivicus. It's in the halls of submission. Don't go, comrades. She's...
Enough! Aleph is up to the challenge. But don't worry, Jofnir. She will let Molag Bal know how helpful it will be.
The weapon is ready, comrade. Take it from the anvil and follow us into battle.
Just a moment. Aleph recognizes this setup. Yes, these crystals control access to the room ahead. Comrade, focus on that first crystal. By the mace, it worked. Comrade, come to this crystal here. Merrick, you focus on the one by the door.
I've got it!
That's it! Merrick, you hold that beam. Aleph will use the last crystal to open the door. We are almost there. Just one more beam and we are through this door. Success! Let's go. Caesar colors must be close.
Feels like the old days, Aleph. Let's get this done.
You must stop Aleph before it's too late. You what? No, my comrade. My friend. You have been deceived. I did.
comrade. I serve the Daedric Prince Meridia. She blessed me with a sacred mission. I mobilized the Fighters Guild to defy Molag Bal. Yofnir would not listen to me. The anchors were a danger to everyone on Tamriel. I received reports that cultists had begun harvesting souls for some kind of weapon. Yofnir would not listen. I had to act. My friend, I trust you, as does the Council. I put my fate in your hands. What would you have me say? The Prince of Lies is everywhere. He undermines Meridia's efforts, places whispers in our ears. I tried to explain it to Yofnir and Ragnthar. Yes, surely you have seen the darkness within Aleph. I didn't know, not for certain, but I believe she serves the Lord of Lies, and consorts with his minions. I know I should have, but Merrick is a servant of Stendarr. I feared he would react badly to my love of the lady, as if she were like that foul schemer Molag Bal. You see it before you, the Mortum Vivicus. After our time in Abigarlis, I knew that stopping this monstrous creation must be my priority. The lady sent me a vision, a dark path through oblivion. It's taken me all this time. Yes, snatched from Tamriel just as the Ayleids were to destroy it. Lurking here all this time, like a caged beast, while Molag Bal fed its soul after soul. Restoring a Daedric prince like Molag Bal, but totally unlike that cruel monster. Meridia is the Sunfire, enemy of the undead, beacon to all that live. An end to the dark plots of necromancers, the culling of cultists, and the death of Daedra. In short, she's offended by the God of Schemes. She will stop this weapon and crush his champions beneath her heel. I know your decision will be just. What have you decided?
Idiot! Must I do everything? In Molag Bal's name, die! By the Master's grace, I summon his bonds. May they power me with his wrath to crush my enemies. I can feel his power coursing through me. Minions of Molag Bal, hear my words and defeat the enemies of the base.
my servants. Receive my power and destroy them. Aelith, you miserable failure. You are not worthy of my gifts.
Comrade, you've done it. I am free. Free from Raganthar's barrier and that dark cat's shackles. I am here to keep you safe, comrade, and to help you see this task done. You must destroy this abomination. Throw the weapon into the center of the construct. Molag Bal's dark plot will be at an end. Don't be afraid. I will keep you. Done it, comrade. I will light your way home.
You did it. The traitor is dead. And
You've done well, my friend. The Mortum Vivicus is destroyed. It has been an honor to save the guild I served in life. Now the council has assembled. You should speak to them. Unless Hakruba has changed a great deal since my death.
Comrade, it is good to speak with you again. Bera told us of Aelif's plan to hunt Seize All Colors. I see that Merrick and the spirit of Yofnir Iceblade accompany you. Tell us, for all, and the carrying out our sentence, punishment for her foul deed, and yet I notice that she still stands hale and whole. Why is this? Truly, just? The murder of a brave and fair-handed leader was just? What words did she weave to convince you of this? I see. I know Meridia is an enemy of death across Tamriel. A light in the darkness, but still. Very well. We will deal with her in a moment. Where is the Khajiit Aelif? Yet more betrayal. I've known for years that her tongue was forked. But the Lord of Lies! You have cleansed an evil corruption from the Guild, comrade. We owe you a debt of gratitude. You do not need to worry about Merrick. We have already reached our decision about him. However, Seize All Colors. Comrade, normally we would never allow a Daedric worshipper to remain close to the Guild leadership, but these are desperate times. It brings me some unease to admit, but I think you're right. And I believe I know just what service she can offer. If you will, comrade, attend me at my side. We have some matters to discuss. Seize All Colors. Present yourself to the Council. The Council has decided we will honor the contract to fight the Daedra. Meridia continues to provide coin through her worldly servants. But we cannot allow a murderer to remain Guildmaster.
I understand.
We have decided to award you a new title. The Light of the Guild. You will advise the new Guildmaster in all matters relating to the Daedra for the rest of your days. Penance for the blood on your hands.
Thank you, Countess. I will not let you down.
You are dismissed. Merrick, present yourself to the Council. Merrick Adeswala, in light of your service to the Guild, in light of your sound judgment and brave heart, we cannot think of anyone more appropriate than you. You, Merrick, are to be the new Guildmaster of the Fighters Guild.
It will be your responsibility to oversee completion of the contract established by Seize All Colors.
Remain vigilant against the forces of Molag Bal.
The Guild is a shield, a bastion for the people of Timriel. Wear it well.
You've been quiet, Merrick. What do you have to say about all this?
I thank you, council members. I accept this position with honor and grace. I swear to my ancestors, I will not let you down.
Now, Guildmaster, please see our friend out. We have much to discuss, and little time in which to plan. Comrade, we wish you well in your travels, and look forward to our next encounter.
Come, comrade. You can't do much good hiding in this forge. Let's get you back into the fight. Speak with me a moment, comrade. Who could have known we'd be standing here like this, my friend? You destroyed an artifact of the Prince of Lies? Stendarr's sweaty sword arm. I still have trouble understanding everything that's happened. Aelif dead, a minion of Molag Bal, and sees all colors. Did we do... Aye, you're right about that. But Aelif was my friend, comrade. I'd known her for... We used to joke, you know, about what we'd do if we led the guild. Without her, I don't know what I'm going to... Do you have a favorite tavern? Ha! Right now, my friend, I will rest. What comes tomorrow comes then, and only Stendarr knows what challenges we'll face. For now, I will talk to the council and plan.
Yes, actually. I'll make sure the way to the Earthforge remains open to you from now on. I've found that the gear forged here often has special qualities. You might find it to your liking.
This great time of unrest within the guild is at an end. You've done very well, comrade. I am bound for Sovngarde and the halls of Ysgramor. But before I take my leave, I would make for you a gift. The prismatic weapon. I retrieved it from where it had fallen after the Mortum Vivicus. You are a true hero of the guild, comrade. You deserve nothing less. What's more, consuming the Vivicus has unmade the weapon. It is once again in its primal form. I can return it to your hand in any shape you desire. What do you say? Comrade, I grow very tired. My time here on Tamriel has gone on far too long. I go now to join my ancestors, to feast in the halls of those gone by. I go knowing that the Fighters Guild...
I can't do my job. Not with all this going on. I know there's a war afoot and all that, but there's a problem here at the graveyard. The corpses are climbing out of their graves. I promise, this isn't my fault. I buried them all real good. No, I don't know nothing. I was just bringing Prince Adrian in here to lay him to rest in the royal crypt. But when these walking bones started popping up, I ran for it. I just left the prince's corpse laying out. But what was I? It's up there a ways, outside the royal crypt. One of the prince's knights stayed there to protect him. She can be noble if she wants, but I'd rather be alive. I do feel bad, though. That's why I was thinking maybe if I could find someone to help her. If you could find a way to get all those corpses back in the ground while you're up there, I sure would appreciate that. I can't make a living if I can't get into the graveyard. Died in a battle with the Reachmen, right there, with King Aemond. You have to feel for the queen. First she loses her daughter, then her husband, and her son. Prince Adrian deserves a proper burial. Just maybe after the graveyard's safe again.
The prince has risen. It's a miracle.
What's going on here? I don't understand any of this. Last thing I remember, we were fighting the Reachmen outside Northglen. I saw my father fall. I tried to get to him, and then everything went black. Dame Valyrie tells me that we... Then, how am I having this conversation? I mean, I feel different. I don't even think my heart's beating, but... Do you think... I mean, am I undead? But then, why am I not ambling about mindlessly trying to kill the living? Isn't that what the undead do? Dame Valyrie says the gods have resurrected me, but... why? Because of my bloodline? I'm sorry, this is just... I don't know. If the dead here are rising and this is the royal crypt, have any of my ancestors risen? Maybe they can give us some answers. Would you consider venturing into the royal crypt to find out? I know it's unlikely, but I'm hoping that if I'm alive, maybe my father is too. Maybe Dame Valyrie is right. Maybe the gods are giving us a second chance. No. It's tradition for the kings of Evermore to be entombed at Bankerai Garrison, so they can protect our borders for all eternity. Dame Valyrie says my father lies in state there even now. Unless he's been resurrected, of course. My poor mother. I didn't even think of it. But this must have been torture for her. But to hear that I've risen, would this be a relief to her or some kind of horror? Best to figure out what's happening here. And then I will go tell her my... No, to be honest, I only know of the kings who have been entombed down at the garrison. It's the royal crypt, though, so surely someone from my family has been buried here.
I thought the gods had abandoned us, but I couldn't have been any more wrong.
This tomb was built to hold royal remains, but none remain within. The remains of the royal family have vacated this place. They return to the land of living to follow the Anointed and to avenge their bloodline. Prince Adrian is the Anointed. He too has been blessed to rise again. Arkay himself, of course. His church sits nearby. These grounds are consecrated in his name. This was foreseen. Death denied the prince from defeating Evermore's enemies, but the Anointed shall now command an army of the dead. A mortal cannot hope to understand the will of the Divine. You must simply tell him to trust the power with which he is imbued. His destiny will unfold as he trusts his instincts.
Whatever was in the royal crypt, at least it doesn't appear to have been lethal. Tell me, though, did you learn anything? Any explanation for my unexpected return to life? Then the gods do want something of me. I guess it's a second chance. A chance to redeem my father, myself. To get revenge. It truly is a miracle, then. I could lead the undead here to defeat the Reachmen. Why else would they have brought me back? It's all starting to make sense now. This is my destiny. Our army of the living was defeated, but my army of the dead will prevail. I don't know for certain, but when you said it, something about it just feels right. Did this voice in the crypt say anything else? That seals the deal, then. We should make preparations. I'm feeling stronger by the minute. Dame Valyria is just over there trying to figure out where the undead are coming from. Tell her what you told me.
There you are. I was beginning to worry. It seems that more and more of the dead are rising every minute. Did you learn anything? Really? Maybe he's right, talking about an undead army. But if this is his army, why are they hostile? We might have to earn their allegiance. Have you seen these blue flames in the ruins? I think they're somehow inciting the undead to violence. I do. I tried holy water on one and it seemed to do the trick. If you'll take it and extinguish a few more flames, that may help pacify the undead. After that, let's meet at the monument south by the rocks. I saw someone skulking around over there. It's a priest of Arche, but something's wrong with him. He's just completely ignoring me. I'm not sure how I might have offended him, but if the blessing on Prince Adrian comes from Arche, the priest should be able to help us. I think he's had ample time to pray at this point. With all due respect to him and to the gods, we need answers here. Will you at least see if he'll talk to you?
O Divine Lord, protector of the eternal balance between life and death, I beseech you, remove this dark curse from your sacred grounds. Shh! Or do you revel in the defilement of sacred law? These burial grounds are cursed, and I am pleading with Arche to reveal the source of the corruption. Unless you know the source, please, let me be. It did? That would be quite a surprise, considering Arche is opposed to undeath in all its forms. Do you think the god simply changed his mind? Why would he possibly do that? The prince has risen as well? This scenario grows more foul by the hour. What befell King Aemond and his son was tragic, but I cannot imagine it so offends Arche that he would break the natural order. I don't know. I should see Prince Adrian. That's the only way to ascertain if he's truly touched by the god. In the meantime, it might help me to commune with Arche if we stopped the dark spirits from defiling the other monuments. No. Your impatient friend here can escort me to the prince. I need your help with the spirits defiling the monuments. Destroy the defilers, and then I will have the clarity I need. After that, meet me at the church, and we can discuss the prince.
Why do you fear me, priest? Is it because I can control what you cannot?
Your Highness, I'm sure he means no offense. Please, calm yourself.
As long as he treats me with the respect I deserve, we won't have a problem.
I'm out of my depth here. If it comes to blows, I can't raise my sword against Prince Adrian, but I can't stand by and watch him strike down an unarmed priest either. This is starting to look like not such a miracle after all. Well, the good news is the undead didn't attack us. They actually bowed to Prince Adrian. Father Quiston's not exactly impressed with that fact, though. He thinks it's a very bad sign, and he told the prince as much. Well, we tested that out, and dripped some holy water on Prince Adrian's hand. It burned. That pretty much says it all. But Father Quiston believes there's still a chance we can remove the corruption. We saw skeletons digging up corpses and piling them up in the mausoleums as death shrines. Father Quiston believes that cleansing the mausoleums with holy water might have some effect. I'd hate to leave the prince, though. Will you go?
Why do you work against me? Would you have the prince spurn this blessing? The priest fears the unknown. That is why he refuses to acknowledge the gift the prince has been given. But why do you submit to this priest's direction? Are you a coward? Or the priest is blinded by his preconceptions of power? This is a blessing for all of Bankorai. What matter is it whether it comes from Arkay or some other source? The prince can sense the truth. You regard power and opportunity as corruption? Such has always been the perspective of small minds. I thought you understood, but it is clearly beyond your comprehension.
I tried to stop him, but it was all I could do just to keep him from killing Father Quiston. Damn it all. What are we going to do now? The prince went into a rage. He started shouting at Father Quiston, saying this was his church, and he was relieving Quiston of his duties. Then he just ran inside. We have to... The doors won't open. I don't know if he barred them or what. Maybe the priest...
Damn it! I knew this would happen! If it had been anyone else, I would have put him to rest right away. What are you doing standing there? We have to get inside! No. This is the only door, and the beast has locked it from the inside. There's a spare key buried under the tree in the back. You have Arkay's blessing to go and claim it.
And the thorn in my side returns. Your prince has accepted the gift I offered. He is a visionary. He sees beyond convention. But what about you? He suffered enough in life. In death, I am giving him the glory he deserves. I told him, by giving in to my guidance, together we could purge this land of all our enemies. I may not be a god, but with the strength of the prince's soul, my power...
That certainly wasn't my finest hour. But I thought it was Arkay. I thought he was giving me a second chance. There's nothing more foul than this creature's deception. It must have hailed from the depths of death. Death and destruction. It would have given me vengeance against my enemies, but it wouldn't have stopped there. Yes, The life force inside me is evil through and through. Thank you for saving me, friend. I wish I could have known you when I was alive. But this will have to suffice. I am ready to...
If you have said your goodbyes, Prince Hadrian, it is time.
Wait. Are you sure there's no other way?
It's all right, Valyri. I accept it. And you must too. You served me in life and saved me in death. I can be at peace now. This chill. I remember it. Goodbye, Valyri.
It is done. His body and soul are at rest.
Delen's mill used to grow the sweetest berries in the spring. I wonder where we'll get them from now. It's done then. He can now rest again. For good this time. I did everything in my power to protect him. If I could have taken the death blow on the battlefield, I would have done it without hesitation. I'll return to Evermore to serve the crown. I am still a knight. It's my duty. First, though, I will do what I came here to do. I will lay the prince to rest.